and welcome back to my channel. Today on my channel we are going to be testing out a mascara. It is the Milk Makeup Kush Mascara. If you are new to my channel, welcome, and I do wear test videos every Tuesday. Those wear test videos typically are foundation, concealer, and mascara like we're doing today. Now we are going to be testing this out, see how it works on my lashes. I will show you this through a process from nothing on my lashes to one coat on one eye, nothing on the other, two coats on one eye, nothing on the other, and then I will show you side by side as I do the next eye as well. So we are going to be testing this out. So we are going to be giving this mascara a good test. I will say one key thing. I love that you are now able to buy a sample size or trial size or smaller size of mascaras. That is amazing to me. I love trying new ones out, but my biggest fear is always that they will dry out before I am able to use them up. So I love the fact that I can get a smaller one like this. This mascara is a natural bristled brush. It is a larger brush. And so we are going to try this out together and let's get right into it. We're going to be testing out a mascara from Milk Makeup, and it is called the Kush Mascara in Boom. I got a, I guess not sample size, but like the smaller version. I love that they give you an option now to buy a smaller size of things to see if you like it. Oh, this is some heavy duty packaging, guys. It kind of reminds me weight wise of like the Gucci one. So let's take a look at the brush. This is a big fluffy brush here, guys. You can see it. Look at that brush. Very large, very fluffy. It is not plastic bristles. It appears to be natural bristles. It kind of dips in and out a little bit, which will be interesting to see why it does that and how that performs. Zoom in, look at my lashes beforehand. I do remember, please, right now I have a lash lift and tint, which will help the curl to stay. The tint is just a little bit, it's great for like every day if I'm going out, but I do still want to wear mascara, and some mascaras do still weigh that curl down. So we're going to test this out, but let's take a look first. So here are my lashes, as is, nothing on them, possibly some powder that has fallen as I've done my makeup. I have no eyeshadow on, no anything, just to give you a look. Now let's go do some mascara. So we are going to play with this and see how it does. So we're going to do one eye with the mascara and one without. So first impressions is it's a wet formula. I'm kind of having to get really close down at the base. It has transferred up onto my lid already. I don't know. It feels like the brush is very large, which is good and bad. It is giving me a lot of volume, but it is not separating very well. Apologize, my air conditioning just kicked on. Of course, it's like right there. All right, so it's giving a lot of volume. This is one coat, but it is not giving much, I'm sorry, I said, yeah, volume. It's giving lots of volume. It's not giving length, and it's not giving separation. It is transferring already like crazy, but look at the difference between that eye to this eye. This is why I can go out every day like this and it looks fine, but when I want almost that false lash look, this is the way I go. I'm going to zoom in and show you side by side the two eyes, and then we're going to do a second coat of this. You can also see how it transfers. All right, here we are side by side. You can see where this has transferred up onto my brow bone already, but these are the lashes with just the lift and tint that might have a little bit of powder to it. And then this is the one coat of mascara. We are going to do two coats. Another thing I do want to mention is typically this is my easier eye to do. So that'll be interesting. To go in with a second coat, I will say brush itself has a lot of like clumps around it. I'm going to kind of like, you know how you do this to kind of get that excess off? There's a lot of clumps. So that's interesting. So let's go in with this second coat. All right, it's not too dry to do a second coat, which is always a plus in my book. I like when one gets dry quickly, but I don't want it to dry so quickly that I can't do that second coat. And it just clumps them up. I mean, this is very, very full lashes. It gives a very full false lash look. However, it clumps together a lot. You've really got to be careful and really have to work at it. Also, keep in mind that it did transfer up on the top. It is still transferring. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you these side by side with 2 coats, and then I'll let this dry. Super, super quick tip for mascara. Anytime you get mascara anywhere else on your eye, even if you sneeze and get it under here, let it dry completely. Don't go in when it's wet with a Q-tip. It's going to make a mess. Let it dry absolutely completely, and then use the Q-tip. It'll come off so much easier. All right, let's zoom in and look at it side by side. Nothing on it, and 2 coats. Here we are, 2 coats. I can even feel my lashes touching my brow bone. That will be interesting to see how that plays out throughout the day. Again, remember this has nothing and this has 2 coats. Let's go do one on this. On to the first coat. Again, I'm feeling like there's like some clumps. I'm kind of just taking off any excess clumps that are sitting around the outside of this. I personally prefer a smaller brush. This brush is very large. This is my eye that gives me trouble. I have trouble getting to that outer corner there really well, and then I struggle with getting to the inner corner because I'm going around this way. Same issue as with the other eye. It is transferring up to the brow bone, and it is clumping together, so I'm continually going back and forth to try to separate as much as I possibly can. Okay, that looks good for a first coat. Now look at this, and so you can see the difference between 1 coat to 2 coats. I definitely feel like this side is more false looking, more fluttered, more very full looking. This side looks like just a really nice mascara. Let's zoom in and look at it. All right, here we are. You can definitely see the difference on those 2. This one appears to be much, much fuller than this one, but this one still looks absolutely really nice. This one did not transfer quite as much. Definitely interested to see how this plays out. I'm going to zoom out and do the second coat. That second coat. This is definitely a mascara that is very wet. So if you are not a wet mascara person, that is a good note to have. I don't mind a wet mascara, but a good brush with a wet mascara is what makes a difference for me. All right. I think that's good. It's looking nice. Now I've got so many clumps up around the edge of this because I keep having to like brush it off. There's a lot of excess product that clumps on that brush, so be aware of that. So I'm going to let this sit for a while. Oh, actually, you know what? Take that back. I've already let this side sit. I'm gonna clean that up. I mean, it took off all of that mascara with no issues, no smudging, no anything. Now, if I went to do this side right now, it is still wet, so you might see that. I am going to zoom in and show you both of the eyes real quickly, and then we'll let it sit for a little bit, and I'll keep you guys updated on what my thoughts are. Both eyes, 2 coats of mascara. Looks really nice. Is a lot of work. I'm gonna take this, and hopefully this is dried enough. It is good. I mean, it is a lot of work to work with this mascara. It definitely gets clumpy. The brush isn't my favorite, but we will see how this works out throughout the day and how it feels, if it transfers, flakes, or any of those type of things. Guys, we are almost through the day. My hair is a mess, but I wanted to show you the mascara and how it lasted. It actually got better when it dried down. It kind of like looks a little bit more fluttery. Let me zoom in for you. I don't know why it doesn't look as clumpy as it did. I think it looks pretty good. It transferred a slight bit up through here throughout the day. I just kind of ran my fingers over it throughout the day, but I think it actually dried nicer than what it started as. I don't remember ever having a mascara that I was like, after it dried down during the day, it actually looked better. That is fairly unusual. Now, I will say it does not look so bang, false lash in your face, but it still looks very fluttery, very separated, very nice looking. I wonder if it's one of those ones that by like day 4 or day 5, it gets better. The more air that gets actually into the container, like the more you open and close it, it gets more air in. Lancome mascaras, which are my favorite mascaras most times, tend to be that way. Once they dry down a little bit, they're actually better. But I am very much impressed with this and liking it. other than the fact that it is difficult to work with to get on and the fact that it kind of transferred a little bit in the beginning. But it is actually done better throughout the day than I had expected after putting it on. Guys, we are right about at that 10-hour time frame. Looking at these lashes, they are still holding up. Transfers a little bit under the eyes. I have a little bit of darkness under there, which I think part of it is due to the mascara, but it's not horrible. I feel like there are much worse foundations out there that flake and you get like little flakes under here. This is definitely something that is totally feasible. I do love the fact that it actually settled better throughout the day. I will keep you guys updated over on my Instagram. If you do not yet follow me over there, go check me out over there as well, because I do updates on products that I'm using. Am I loving them? Am I not liking them as much? So I will do updates as to whether or not after this dries out a little bit, it gets a little bit better. But it is definitely a really, really nice mascara. I think the key thing that is going to be the deciding factor for this for you guys is, do you like a plastic bristle brush or a natural bristle brush? I tend to lean towards more of a plastic bristle brush, but it's not bad. It's a pretty darn good mascara. Definitely held the color well, held the curl well, didn't fall. The only thing is a little bit of transfer and how it starts out a little bit too wet for my liking. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys enjoyed this video about the Milk Makeup Kush Mascara. I definitely think that this was a fun one to try out. I had heard a lot of people talking about it, so it definitely piqued my interest. As always, if you are new to my channel, I would love if you click that little red button and subscribed and followed along here. Weekly, I do videos that are wear test videos on Tuesday. So if you are interested in that, you can definitely follow along and get more information every week. If you have any questions for me, please put them down below. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching and sticking with me, and have a great day.